All right, everybody, welcome to episode 10
episodes
of the PSA podcast, Philosophy, Science, and Alcohol.
Can you believe it, Brent?
Episode 10.
Can you believe it?
I don't think I've ever dedicated... This is a commitment, you know? There's only like a couple other things.
Were you about to say that you've never dedicated this much time to anything? I was like, you're married, Brent.
No, I was thinking in a way of like a project or something. Like anything I've ever done.
How long have you been a stand-up comic?
5.5 years.
Yeah, that's more than 10 weeks. I'm just...
Yeah, but this is like meticulous. Not meticulous, but this is very worky work.
This is... Ooh, ouch. This is not fun for Brent at all. Like, I don't even know why he's still doing it. Not getting paid.
Nope.
Nope.
Just out of the goodness of my own heart.
What? Oh, this is for me? Thanks.
You know, for our listeners who...
Oh, all of our 9 listeners.
All of our 9 listeners.
Yay, listeners.
So we are on episode 10.
Episode 10.
I am one half of the host team. My name is Brent Blakeney, and I'm sitting across from...
Brett Williams, that's me.
That's her.
Mm-hmm.
She is eating her breakfast.
It's pancakes. Science, philosophy, and pancakes.
SPP.
Mm-hmm.
PSP. Philosophy,
PS.
Science, pancake.
Mm.
That's PCP.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
I was like, I know why she got upset, but it doesn't.
No. I wouldn't be upset.
No, not upset, but just made that face.
Oh, yeah, the face I make sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness, this is so heavy.
So we are, this is episode 10, and this week we are going to be talking about morality. In kind of a weird way.
Why?
Well, I mean, sort of weird. Not super weird, but definitely in a way.
Just describe what you're talking about. Why is this weird?
Well, because it's kind of more of a game.
Oh, we're gonna make a game out of this one.
We're gonna make a little game out of it.
So this will be fun. I kind of want this to be like a running game, even if we can get because there's so many different ways to do it that I think that we could get Twitter or our listeners involved.
Yeah.
If they want to play basically a morality would you rather.
Yeah.
So it just shows that you're like a bad person. Any of our listeners that tweet us.
Yeah.
Morality, would you rathers?
Yes. Hashtag PSA podcast.
Yeah. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough.
For a bit, maybe.
Yeah. But let's go over what is morality.
What is morality?
First of all, definition. You got it?
The differentiation. I couldn't read that word. Morality is the differentiation of intentions, decisions, and actions between those that are distinguished as proper and those that are improper.
Principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong or good and bad behavior.
It can be the body of standards or principles derived from a code of conduct from a particular philosophy, religion, or culture, or it can derive from a standard that a person believes should be universal. Oh.
Okay. So, it is basically right and wrong.
Yeah.
And some people would claim that it's universal.
Some would.
Some would claim that it is relative.
Some would.
I am of the latter persuasion. I do think that morality is always relative, and there are no universal truths to morality. Essentially there is no right and wrong, is what I believe.
There's no
universal right and wrong. I have my own right and wrongs that I've created for myself, so that I don't, murder people and murder. But I do not believe that there is a black and white universal right and wrong. There are gray areas to everything.
There are. I mean, I think, some things.
Okay, please.
I mean,
Tell me the things that are universal.
Well, I get, I think it depends on what you consider to be important.
Right.
I think
that's relative.
Now, okay, all right. So I guess then the question that I extend from that idea is, would you ever?
Oh, we're starting the game already.
No. This isn't a.
Okay.
No, I guess the question is, for me, do you consider someone's morality who contradicts yours to be wrong?
Yes, to me.
So then why care?
You always seem to go back to that question of why care. Because, like, I mean, you cannot go ahead and not care. I don't care if you care. But I care because it gives me something to do.
All right.
Like, it gives my brain something.
That's it, you guys. You know what? It took us 10 episodes, and we have made it. Why do you do the things you do, Brett? That gives me something to do.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise, life is boring otherwise. Just not caring is dull as shit, that's all.
All right.
Right? You cannot argue that not caring about, like, legitimately not caring about anything is really damn boring.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. If you're, like, truly nihilistic.
Yeah. Well, no. Nihilism has nothing to do with whether or not you care.
Well, if nothing matters, then you don't care.
No, that's not.
There's no meaning to it.
There's no overall meaning, no, but, like, you can give yourself meaning. Nihilism says nothing about not caring. Nihilism just says that we come from Earth, we go back to Earth. And
so then, I guess in my brain, the logical extension of that is then who gives a shit?
No. That's not it.
But that's my.
Okay, well, that's not what they're about. Like, nihilism is about there is no meaning that is given to you by some sort of outside force. The meaning that you have in your life is given to you by you. You create your own meaning. Like,
I think that's happy nihilism.
Well, then go ahead and be a depressed nihilist. I don't give a shit. But I'm gonna care about stuff that I appreciate, and I'd consider myself a bit of a nihilist. But.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think that.
But I give myself meaning.
Okay, I guess whenever someone says nihilism, it usually comes with a negative connotation.
Yeah, it does, and it shouldn't.
Yeah.
And we can do an episode on nihilism. I think that'd be very interesting.
Why? It won't mean anything. See what I did there?
Yeah, that was dumb. All right.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Okay, so morality. So everything means nothing, and we're all gonna die. But let's talk about what relatively might be right or wrong while we're living. All right.
All right.
Okay. So, I'm just looking up hypothetical morality questions. I have a couple in my own mind that I like, but let's read a couple of these and see if anything comes out of them. All right.
Okay.
You are on a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean. Suddenly, there's a large crash. The captain announces that the hull has been breached and everyone needs to get into a life raft and abandon the ship. As your ship is lowered, it hits the side of the cruise. As your life raft, I assume is what it means, is lowered, it hits the side of the cruise ship and gets a hole in the side of your raft. So now there's a bunch of holes in a lot of things that are supposed to float. So there are 10 people on the boat, and 9 people are needed to bail the water out to stay afloat. One person can rest while the other 9 work. You all take turns resting. If you continue in this fashion, you will stop the raft from sinking. You can keep this up for 5 hours, but if the rescue boat does not arrive by then, you will all drown.
Okay.
Keep it up. While you are on your break, another life raft floats by and you see that your friend is on it. There is room for another person, and your friend signals you to get in. However, if you get in, no one in your life raft will get a break from bailing water, and they will only stay afloat for 2 hours before drowning. You have no idea when the rescue boat will arrive, so it is possible that even if you stay, you could die. So what do? Do you board your friend's raft, ensuring your safety but risking the lives of 9 others? Or do you stay on your raft, risking your life but making the chances of all 10 of you surviving more likely?
Huh.
So are you a selfish asshole,
Seriously.
or are you gonna go down with your ship?
I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think in that moment you'd do the noble thing, but
Dude, you're on a raft
So
in
you're-
like
so
the
you're
middle
ju-
of the ocean.
you're jumping.
No.
You're staying.
I'm going. Well, it depends. Where is their life raft going? Are they sitting out there with us? Like, because what I'm thinking is, if the rafts are staying together, they're all just like there. First of all, these 9 other people in this other raft have to watch all of these 10 people fucking bailing water out of their boat, and they're not feeling any sort of way about this. Highly doubt it. And then thinking about like if we're all floating there together and they're not going anywhere, if they're all paddling away, then I'm like, fuck you guys, what the hell is wrong with you? But if they're sitting there like cheering us on and shit, then I'm gonna wait until the last possible minute to jump ship.
Yeah.
Like when everybody's going down and we're all making a beeline for that one spot on that boat, I'm gonna hope that I was on my break when that happened, so I can swim faster than all these motherfuckers. Because at that point, like, it doesn't matter. That like
Yeah.
now, like, are the other people on my boat murderers and cannibals that are gonna try to eat me? Like, then again, it's only 5 hours. You guys can go 5 hours without a snack.
Murdering and eating people.
I would hope. But then again, what if all the other people on this life raft with the 9 people, what if they're all like savage murderers and we're out there for days and they start eating me? Like, I'm basically dead no matter what. So
Yeah, I guess your chances
of survival are slim in this situation regardless. But I would like to think that most people would say, I'm going to stay with the sinking boat just to make themselves feel better. It's not right or wrong. Whatever you choose in this situation is not right or wrong, because the truth is there's so many variables to hypothetical questions that you cannot place a right or wrong on something unless you're in that situation.
Right.
So, like, how far away from shore are you? Can you swim there? If the rescue boat comes in 2 hours, then everybody's saved. Congratulations, no one had to die, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if it never comes, then a lot of people are gonna die, and some people are gonna get eaten by some people because
Some people die quicker than others.
True. What if your boat has, 9 children on it, and you're the only adult on there? Why are you forcing these kids into labor? Like, there are a lot of other questions.
Why did you pick that lifeboat to begin with?
Right? Why did I get on this boat with a ton of children?
Why did I get on this 9 children lifeboat?
God, they're so small. They're tiny little arms.
You can't
Never
bail the water.
bail the water out.
Oh, it's just Dixie cups.
But like, or what if this boat is full of like convicts, right? Like, convicts are people too, but like, you're the warden.
Why were convicts on a cruise?
I don't know. They need to have vacations too, right?
Convict Cruise 2012.
Cruise. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hypothetical questions are not like people will judge you based on your answer to a hypothetical morality question, and they shouldn't, because there are so many other factors that go into these. So if we take out all of the millions of other factors, say there are 10 me's on this raft, and I just happen to be taking a break at the time, and I look over and my friend is like, come over to this raft, you're gonna die. I'm gonna be like, fuck you guys, like, I'm out. The world doesn't need more people like me. So I'll just like go over and never reproduce, and it'll be fine. What is the greater good is a lot of times what people look for.
Well, I mean, I think that's what it comes down to. Like, would you... Yeah,
The
I think the
greatest
greater
good,
good.
the greater or greatest good would be all of us dying because the planet would be a lot better without people anyway. So if you want to go that far, that's that's where right and wrong ends up. So don't try to like. I just love these because they're like, oh, I want to be noble. It's like, oh, fuck you, don't play the hero. All right.
Like, would you kill 10 children?
I'm not killing them. I'm letting them die.
No.
There's a
This is a different one. But it's like, you could cure a disease. Mm-hmm. Like you could cure cancer, but you have to kill 10 kids. Would you do it? Well, you wouldn't because you don't want to save people.
Right. There's too many people on this planet. No. And then I get like accused of murdering kids. I was like,
well,
I guess
I'll
have to just leave it up to cancer.
It's like from a medical standpoint. Like you're not like
You know how
it's not like you could cure cancer, but you have to shoot 10 children.
It's kind of the same thing. But do you know how many people have died in the name of medical advancement?
Probably a lot.
A ton.
Yeah.
A ton of people have died for the greater good, quote unquote. Like how many people insist that, soldiers are dying for our freedom to look for the cure for cancer and save a bunch of people. And there are like thousands of people dying in wars to, serve the greater good and keep our country free and things like that. And are you really? We don't know. You'll never know until, 30 years down the line when we're all reading about it in textbooks and not really caring that much and forgetting dates and stuff like I usually do. Or the name of your commanding officer or some shit. Like nobody really cares. I know this sounds bad, but like...
No, I mean, I think it's true. It's like, people don't care about the little things. They just want their day-to-day life to not change.
Yeah, and people will see the wrong in one side or the other and will fail to recognize that there is room for gray. And people, like, say, if you said you have to shoot 10 kids to get the cure for cancer, then there are going to be people on one side saying, nuke them, we need the cure for cancer so we can save millions of lives.
Right.
And then there are people on the other side that are like, save the children, like, it's not worth it. Or there are people holding the gun that are going to say, I can't do this. Like, I just can't pull the trigger. It's not I don't have it in me. I don't have the stomach for it. Yeah. So... It doesn't even come down to was it right, was it wrong, is it right, is it wrong, would it be? It's could you actually do it in that moment? What would you actually do in that moment? And whether or not it was right or wrong, it's going to be what happened, and it's going to be your gut is going to end up doing it. Yeah. So, like I've said it before, I'm not sure I'd have the stomach to, like, I hit a deer with my car one time, right? And the deer gets up or tries to get up and can't use its back legs.
It's all fucked up.
Yeah, I broke its hip. I mean, it's dead. We all know it's gonna die. Like, it just can't come back from this. And I feel awful, right? I'm like, God damn it. And even though there's clearly an overpopulation of white-tailed deer in North Carolina, I still feel really bad for fucking the back end of this deer. So, it, like, stumbles off into a ditch, right? And now I'm like, fuck, I can't even finish the job with my car to, like, at least spare it some of the pain that it's gonna go through. Like, I can't even mercy kill this damn thing because it's stumbled off into a ditch. Now I have options here. I could stay stopped in the middle of this road in the middle of the night and possibly get rear-ended because people are flying down the road too fast, which is how I hit the deer. Mm-hmm. And then take my machete out of the back of my car and just slit its throat and leave it there. Yeah. Right? Right. Which would actually, some people would claim, would be the more noble thing, to put it out of its misery. Right. Or even just, take a rock or something. I'm serious. He's brutal. I don't have. It's not on the road. I can't drive my car into a ditch to run over a deer that I just hit. Like it doesn't. This is logic, right? So
the idea that deer trying to get away, but you're just driving like a cornfield.
Terrible. But like,
let me kill you.
like, so I could get my machete and just like, hopefully it's lying down at this point.
Right.
I can't really get up. And but I don't know if I'd have the stomach for it. Like, I don't know if I could actually hold it by the back of the head and like slit its throat. Like that would be. I've even quartered deer, like dead deer. I've done it.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that I could probably shoot a deer from a distance. I could probably do that. But to just hold it while it was going down, I don't know if I could do it. And that's saying something, considering how much I work with animals, and I can like, cervically dislocate a mouse any day of the week. But like, I don't want to. It's not fun, but I can do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a lot. Or I could like, decapitate a fish. That doesn't really bother me as much. But like a big animal, like a deer, with a machete in the middle of the night.
So many unanswered questions. Why do you have a machete in your car?
Why don't you, Brent, is the real question. You never know when you're going to need a machete, that's all I'm saying.
To kill a deer in a ditch.
Yeah. or whatever.
No. No. To kill a bunch of teenagers having sex at a camp. You don't know when.
Like, it's just a slash tires, guys. Calm down.
Pocket knife would work just as well.
It's just not as exciting.
What are you saying? You're sending a fucking message is what you're doing.
It's not as exciting as a machete. Have you ever wielded one of those things? It's so thrilling.
I have.
Isn't it great?
But like... I guess if someone saw you, they wouldn't stop you. Like hack at a back tire.
Well, if they come up to you, you just like swing. If they come up to you and you're just holding like a dinky little pocket knife, they're gonna be like, "Hey, get away from that!" But if you wield a machete, they're gonna be like, "All right, keep doing what you're doing."
Clearly, she has an issue with whoever this car belongs to.
Maybe me. I'm not sure. I don't remember where I parked. But like, anyway. But that's just the thing. Like, I even though. Probably in the moment, had I wanted to stumble around in the dark looking for a half-dead deer, I possibly could have. Finished the job, but I was also incredibly tired because it was like 10 o'clock at night and I was trying to drive home. So I decided to let nature take its course. Mm-hmm. And either way, the deer was going to die. There's nothing I could have done about it. But like when the other time that I saw the possum in the road that had been hit by not me but a different car, and it wasn't dead, but I could tell, it's obvious it was on the verge. And I'm in my car, it's in the road. I'm gonna just go ahead and put it out of its misery at that point. So there's varying levels of like I could kill something with my car, but I can't kill something with a machete. Yeah. So why is that any different? Maybe it's because I didn't want to get blood on my shoes. I don't know.
It's more personal.
It is. It's more intimate.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. That a lot of these morality questions that we think of are like the people on the train tracks, right? So you have like it's whether you are letting it happen or you are doing it yourself. Right. It's another intimacy thing.
But some people would say that it doesn't matter. Like, you letting it happen is you doing it.
But it's not. It's really not. Like I said, like, I didn't mean to hit the deer. That wasn't, in the works. And me letting it die in the woods is, like, some people would say is even more cruel than me just taking a machete and slitting its throat. Right. Right? But ask any of those people who said that if they would go in there and hold its head and slit its neck with a machete, most people would say, I can't. Mm-hmm. I can't do it. Why? Why is it to do, sometimes doing the right thing, quote, is harder, right? Than just than apparently the wrong thing, which is letting it happen
Yeah.
anyway. So
Why is that, do you think?
I don't know.
Why? I think because I think that's a human nature. That's
Yeah.
I mean,
No one wants to be responsible. And I think that, or for a death especially, no one wants to be responsible for someone's death. And the more detached you can make yourself from a death, the easier it is to deal with. And if you put yourself next to something and intentionally, kill something, you are responsible. That was you. I'm still responsible for hitting that deer. It was an accident, but I'm still responsible. But I wasn't technically responsible for it dying. I just broke its back end.
Yeah.
It died on its own later, but I was directly responsible for the death of the possum, though I was not responsible for its injuries.
Right.
Its mortal injuries that it was going to die anyway.
Yeah.
So in both of those cases, I feel detached from it, right?
Right.
But if I were the one, but for me to be the one that both caused the accident and caused its final breath,
Right.
that's hard for me to reconcile. Unless I detach myself by putting myself in a car, right?
Right.
But if I were to, just go out there and slit its throat, that's me, that's on me, and I'm not even taking it home to eat it. I can't put it on my Toyota Corolla. I don't even have any bungee cords.
Strap it to the hood.
Yeah, right. My
I don't know.
2005 Toyota Corolla.
I don't know if I could even hit it with the car again.
Really?
Yeah.
I could. It's because I've done it before.
I could. No, I don't know. That's brutal.
Yeah. It's not pleasant.
No, I can't.
No. And nobody wants to do that.
No.
With the mice at the museum, cervical dislocation is a really nice way of saying you pop its little head off. But no, it's not a fun job. It's not. I prefer the gas because that's, even though you're still killing the mouse, you're separating yourself from it.
Yeah.
You're not holding it down with your hand and popping its head off. You're just sticking it in a little cage and filling it with air that it can't breathe.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You're still responsible, but it wasn't your hands. It was gas.
Right.
It's different. But it's the same. See, that's where moral ambiguity comes in, and that's why everything is relative. Everything is relative, and hypothetical questions are not about what's right and wrong, because either answer you give are going to have levels of gray. It is about what would you actually be able to live with afterwards.
See, and I think that's interesting because that's the way the vocabulary you use when you say that implies something else. At least when I hear it, when you say morality is relative, and it's all this stuff, and it's yes, but that's kind of a very blanket way of saying it. Whereas I agree with you when you kind of poke the next level, where you say, but it kind of is, it's relative and it's ambiguous when it comes down to each person in a sense of what can you live with.
Yeah, but where is it universal? When is it universal?
I mean, I think it's universal.
We can't say that murder.
I think there's
right or wrong.
Well,
because
why not?
Because as soon as you break it down, you start to lose that argument immediately. Even in the law, even in a court of law, you can get away with murder as long as there are other things that led up to it. For some cases, it's considered manslaughter, which is not as big of a deal apparently as murder, which was
premeditated.
Premeditated.
Yeah, that's I had a plan, I carried it out. That's
yes. But say but assassination, is sometimes celebrated, right? If someone premeditated to kill Hitler, it's an assassination, but it's not wrong in the eyes of everybody else.
Well, okay, but I mean that's also extreme cases.
No, sometimes it's not. Like people that kill people that break into their houses.
Well, yeah, but I mean but just because they did it doesn't mean. But I mean, I think like you said, it comes down to whether you can live with it. Like just because like in the heat of the moment you had to make a choice doesn't mean like you're ever going to be okay with it.
No, but it's doesn't mean. But I'm just saying it could be right or wrong depending on how the person felt about it. Like there is no universal right or wrong. There isn't. There can't be, because there are always exceptions. Even to murder, there are exceptions. That's just it. Like I can't tell someone what is right and wrong. It's not my job on this planet to tell people what is right and wrong. Please don't do that to me. I would appreciate it if you didn't murder or rape or drug me or any of that stuff, because that infringes upon my idea of what's right and wrong. But I'm not going to force my opinions of right and wrong on someone else without, them asking for it.
So where do you think your opinions of right and wrong came from? Do you think that that human nature kind of... I mean, okay, so assuming there isn't a universal, do you think that human nature kind of almost gives us a direction?
Sure. I mean, there's, biologically, there are things that we would never do that other animals do all the time. Like cannibalism. Humans don't do that. That's not part of our makeup. Evolution has guided us away from cannibalism.
Would you try human? I would.
I would, if I was, desperate. Yeah.
What if you were just you found yourself in a weird part of Thailand and they were like, it's like cooked, and
I mean, I don't eat meat anyway.
Oh, that's true. You don't eat meat.
I don't.
I think I would.
Oh,
I really
you're gross. Ew.
I
Getting on me about right and wrong, and this guy's like, I'd try it.
I mean, let's. I mean, it's.
No, I don't know, Brent. Tell me about it.
I wouldn't kill someone with the intent of cooking them, but
it was offered.
You gotta find. Yeah.
If your kids were offered to you in a pie, would you eat it? You fucker. Brent.
But I mean, it wouldn't. It would
I'd try it, but I wouldn't buy it. I just want the sample.
It's like a sample at a Sam's Club.
The little sticks, the little teriyaki kids. You know what I'm talking about? Little teriyaki people bits.
That's
what
funny.
part of the person are we talking about?
Meaty.
The meaty part, the glute.
Yeah. Like
Okay. Not like the man meat part.
No.
Okay.
Maybe like a thigh.
Oh, okay.
Like a drumstick. I don't know.
Giant drumstick. Like one of those turkey legs.
At the fair.
Oh my god. What's a person like? Still got the shoe on. So gross.
Still got his shoe.
Why did they leave it? Why did they boil the shoe? It doesn't make any sense. Alright. But some people, granted, there are cannibalistic people. There are cannibalistic people. And if you think about it, probably in Neanderthal culture, there was a lot of stealing women. It probably happened all the time. So was it right or wrong for them to do that? Like Cro-Magnon, you wouldn't be here, folks, without that. I would just want to point that out. So there are always cases where right and wrong gets a little hazy. And as far as eating people, I was actually trying to figure this out, but I think in the U.S., it is illegal to murder someone, obviously, but
Right.
it is also illegal to desecrate a corpse.
Right.
So if the person is dead, you can't dig them up and eat them. But if it was put in their will that they wanted their body consumed, it is actually not illegal to eat them.
Interesting.
Yeah. And apparently, in the US, it is not illegal to eat a pet. It is illegal if it is animal cruelty.
Right.
Animal cruelty is illegal in the US, which doesn't make any sense if you look at the poultry industry. But animal cruelty is illegal, and you can possibly get a police call. If your neighbors were disturbed by it, they
Right.
could call the police on you for animal cruelty. But if you have a pet chicken and it dies, naturally you didn't just go out and slaughter it, even though technically you could, because it's not protected under any sort of, it's a chicken, it's not protected under all those laws. If your dog dies, say,
Mm-hmm.
technically it's your property and you have the right to do with your property with however you want. And apparently you can actually eat your pets if they die. But just be aware, don't do it in a public setting, because you could probably get called on by the police. Everyone out there that was wondering about all that stuff,
They were like, well, they talk a lot about right and wrong, but really I'm wondering, how do I eat my pet? Oh, I'm glad they answered that
I
question
mean, in
finally.
post-apocalyptic anarchy society, go ahead and eat anything you can find. Here's another hypothetical question.
Okay.
You are a police officer looking into claims by a madman whom you have in custody that several bombs have been placed in a crowded area. After interrogation, you discover that the man is telling the truth and the bombs are going to go off in several minutes. Excuse me. The man refuses to give up the locations of the bombs, citing his Fifth Amendment rights. God damn it, Fifth Amendment. And asks for a lawyer. By the time the lawyer arrives, the bomb will have certainly gone off. All of the bombs. Your partner suggests something that you know is wrong. The man will divulge the locations of the explosives if you torture his wife, who knows nothing about the bomb plot and is completely innocent. This is illegal and you could lose your job for it, but you will have saved hundreds of lives. What do? Do you torture his life, or you don't do anything?
I think you have to torture his wife.
Sacrifice one for
the many.
the greater good.
I mean, you're
You're gonna lose your job.
Yeah, but if you're at the point of your job where you're willing to torture people, you probably need a different job anyway.
Yeah.
Because you're that jaded.
Let's not get into that. So yeah, so you would torture the wife.
But it's one. I think it's the same thing. It's it's still one innocent. But is there a bomb under a prison? Then who gives a shit? But
It
if you're
says
talking,
several locations.
I think
Oh no, never mind. It just says several bombs that have been placed in a crowded area.
mm-hmm.
It could be a prison.
Could be.
It could be. So if it is a prison, don't torture the wife. Just let all those prisoners die.
But then you're letting the guards die too, and they're not necessarily bad people. Some of the convicts could be innocent.
Truth.
I think. I mean, again, aside from extreme circumstances like Convict Cruise 2012,
Yeah.
I think you. I think I would have I wouldn't. Okay. Either way, I know mentally I'm going to be fucked.
Yeah.
But I think I would have slightly easier of a time.
Because you're not killing the wife.
Right. I would have a slightly easier time living with myself if I had to torture her.
Flaying an innocent woman alive.
Well, I was like, what? It's named waterboarding or something. Or, I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on how you're torturing the
Yeah.
person now, too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And is he? I guess he's watching,
Right.
so it's got to be something visual you can see.
Like a electric cables to a
Oh, she's
bed
pregnant.
frame.
Ooh. Torture a pregnant woman. It's got to be something that he can see, and she's got to make a lot of noise because she
Yeah.
knows nothing about it. How far are you going to go with this torture thing? You don't have a lot of time.
Yeah. It's got to be something quick.
Several minutes.
Just pull fingernails off.
I don't know. It's got to be something real convincing
Oh, God.
for this guy.
I don't like this.
Right?
I don't like these games.
Right?
I was looking up funny ones.
All right, let's look at a funny one.
Oh, these are just weird. It's not maybe not the same thing.
Oh, yeah. I don't think these are supposed to be funny.
Okay, I'm gonna look up funny moral dilemmas.
Okay.
I don't feel good.
Whoa.
Okay, well, I mean, it's simpler. You're an eyewitness to a crime. A man has robbed a bank, but instead of keeping the money, he donates it to a poor orphanage. You know who committed the crime. If you go to the authorities with the information, there's a good chance the money will be returned to the bank, leaving lots of kids in need. What do you do?
Wait, say the first
So
one.
you see a guy rob a bank.
Okay.
You know who did it,
Mm-hmm.
but he also gave the money to an orphanage.
Uh-huh.
Do you turn him in and get people their money back, or do you take the money away from the kids? See, that's more lighthearted.
I'd probably let the kids keep it. I don't care about banks. That's the man.
That's the man.
Yeah, bank deserves it. Yeah, kids haven't done anything wrong. Let them keep the money. Or if the bank finds out about it, you could just be like, dudes, are you really gonna be dicks and take all this money away from kids?
Yeah.
This one doesn't have to do with death. You want to hear this one?
Yeah.
All right, you are checking your bags into an airport in Bali after spending a relaxing vacation with your spouse and 18-year-old son. Before you board the plane, a drug-sniffing dog and his handler, a Bali police officer, comes up. Your bag and your spouse's bag are fine, but the dog sniffs your son's bag and it begins to bark frantically. You know your son smokes marijuana, but you didn't think he'd be stupid enough to bring any on the plane. After opening up the bag, the officer discovers marijuana among your son's belongings. The officer asks whom the bag belongs to. Whoever steps forward will most certainly spend a lifetime in jail and possibly be executed due to Bali's zero-tolerance drug policy. Your spouse has come to the same conclusion you have, and you know she or he is about to step forward and claim the bag. What do? Do you let your spouse take the fall? Do you take the fall, or do you rat out your son? You want to know what Sophie's choice is? These are the Sophie's choices.
Seriously.
I say my son deserves it.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Rat him out.
What's the Bali's extradition laws?
I don't know. Let's see. These are a lot of.
What's in Indonesia? Oh, Bali is unsafe for international criminals. Yeah. Probably extradite him.
A lot of these are like jails, rescues. Oh, there's one about killing a pregnant woman.
Ugh.
These are tough, man.
So what have we learned today?
Don't say anything. Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, really.
Wait, here's one.
Okay.
About losing your job. Okay, this one's not too bad. You are the network administrator for a company. One of your job duties is to monitor the company emails to ensure no spam gets through. You also receive requests from staff members asking for their emails to be released that were previously marked as spam. One day, a staff member asks for one of her emails to be released. In order to ensure that it's not spam, you need to read the email and approve it. Upon opening the email, you discover that it's a love letter from the wife of a good friend of yours. But the email is not to your friend, it's to another man. You discover after reading the email that she has been having an affair for some time. You release the email but debate whether you should tell your friend. It is against company policy to divulge the contents of staff members' emails, and if you do, you could be fired. If you don't, you feel you are guilty of helping your friend's wife commit adultery. What do you do? Do you tell your friend with the possibility of losing your job, or say nothing and risk your friend getting his heart broken?
I wouldn't say anything. It's not my business.
Fair enough.
I mean, I think that's different in a way. When it comes down to people's personal lives, like
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
I'd probably go to the one committing adultery. I think I'd probably go to the wife and be like,
Hey, so I
read that email because you know how I read your email because I had to release it to you.
Mhm.
Do you remember? That's part of my job. And
Anyway.
I just maybe you should talk to your how are you husband doing? How you guys doing? Just maybe you should talk about it. Yeah.
I just don't like that torture thing.
There's a lot of these that are like torture-y.
Ugh.
Ugh. This one is about your wife and her lover. Jeez. You are an emergency worker that has been called to the scene of an accident. When you arrive, you see the car belongs to your wife. You rush over and find your wife with another man with whom she has been having an affair. Your wife is in critical condition and needs attention right away. If she is treated, there's a very good chance that she will die. Even if she is treated, there's a good chance that she will die. However, her lover is bleeding heavily from the neck. If you stop the bleeding, there's a very good chance that he will survive. If you choose to stop the man's bleeding, your wife will die. Whom do you help, your wife or her lover?
Do you? Well, that's really well.
So you are the only one there, which is stupid. If you're an emergency worker,
Yeah,
you should have at least two people. But you are the only one there, and your wife is either you treat the wife or you treat the man with whom she's been having an affair. If you treat her, she still might die, but if you treat him, he'll definitely live.
I feel like you're gonna treat your wife.
Even though you know she's been having an affair on you? She's been cheating on you?
Yeah. I mean,
Like in the moment? Yeah.
maybe.
Weird. That's an interesting one.
That is. Because if there's a chance she's gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
So what? So
The guy's bleeding really bad. If you treat him and stop the bleeding, he's gonna survive.
don't even. Well, why
But if you
even
don't,
go
he's
on
gonna
there?
die.
Like, because I mean, it's also too like what do you have? What do you uphold first? Do you hold like your commitment to the job of an emergency worker, or do you have your personal life come into it?
Yeah, you'd be fucked either way.
Yeah,
It's gonna mess with your brain.
yeah.
Morality questions. Tough.
Yep.
Very tough.
All right. Well, now that everybody who sat through this episode has been sufficiently depressed.
Oh man, these other ones are terrible. Jesus. This person is like a guard that's like threatening to kill people. Like, who is hiring these people? God damn it. This is just terrible.
Okay, well.
All right. Anybody else got any morality?
Yeah. Hashtag us
Hypotheticals?
PSA podcast.
Wait, is there one more that's on the lighter note that we can?
I couldn't find one.
They're all sad.
They are all
They're
sad.
all sad. You want to just play Would You Rather?
We could play $1 Million Butt.
Wait. Oh no, Perfect Guy. That's always
Let's say
fun.
same. Wait, let me see if I can find.
Except that you're married, so you can't play the game. Because he's already got the perfect woman, you guys.
Where is it up here?
Sue's better listen to this episode.
Shit, where is it?
Do you know how to play it anyway?
Yeah, but we bought it. So we have like the cards.
Oh. Oh wait, here we go. 44 funny hypothetical questions.
Okay.
Let's see if we can't. Let's see if we can't find an upbeat one.
Upbeat.
Jesus, these are all sad too. What? This is just depressing.
What is it?
Well, this one is like a building is on fire. Do you save a sibling or 4 strangers? I think that's not funny at all.
Oh, that makes me mad. I can't play my game because I just got it.
For $35,000 would you go for 3 months without washing, brushing your teeth, or using deodorant?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
Assume you could not explain your reasons to anyone until after 3 months is up.
Yeah, I'd still do it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't shower that much anyway.
Oh man, there's some. Yeah. Well, it's like what were some of the ones from like $1 million, but once a week. What was it? I just cut this dead part out.
Ooh, this is a good one. Oh, this is just a hypothetical. It's not really a morality question. But if someone offered to tell you accurately exactly where you would be in 20 years, but you'd be powerless to change what they tell you, would you want to hear it?
I feel like I would have to, because knowing myself, my knee jerk would be to say no, but I know that would eat at me.
I'd be curious. I'd be really curious, but I don't know if I could. I don't know if I'd want to hear it, especially if it's not going to change anyway. I'm going to get there eventually. But yeah, it would definitely kind of drive you a little bit mad to know that somebody knew. That's very interesting.
$1 million.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good. $1 million, but for the rest of your life, you have to completely drink every unfinished drink you see lying around.
Ugh. Yeah. For $1 million? Yeah, I'll do it, but I'm gonna regret it so much, considering how much I am allergic to.
Oh man.
Oh man.
You couldn't go to the bar.
I could never go to a bar.
You can't drink beer.
Yeah, I could. I would die. I would die. Oof.
$1 million, but for the next year, every time you drop something, it breaks, no matter what.
Yes, but I would have like mittens that have like sticky pads on them, and I would never drop like anything. I would be like,
What if you drop the mittens?
Oh no! No!
My sticky mittens!
My sticky mittens! Double side tape your whole body.
Oh, every time you drop, like if you're trying to get into your car, but then you just drop your car keys and they just shatter.
Oh no, that would be the worst. I dropped so many things, Brent. I dropped so many things.
We should do that for a podcast. It's
What?
just play that game.
Oh,
Once
yeah,
I can
it'd be fun.
find it. It's super fun.
Oh, okay. Well, we can do the stereotypical morality question. It's you press a button and somebody on the earth dies and you get $1 million.
Yeah, I do it.
You do it?
Yeah.
Don't know who it's gonna be.
I don't care.
You don't care?
I mean, I was gonna like what are the odds it's gonna be some? No. Yes, absolutely.
1 in 7.4 billion is the odds.
That it's going to be someone. No, I mean,
That
think
you
about
know.
everybody you know and that you really care about.
Shit!
Jesus.
You sound like a terrible person.
It's $1 million. Fuck, I might do it for 100,000.
Holy shit.
No.
All right, Brent is a terrible person. That is what we have learned from this morality
If you were to
episode.
add up all of my debt,
Oh my
I
god.
would do it for that amount of
You
money.
could just be a stripper. Jesus. Pay off that in no time. All right, all
What do you
right.
think about it? So the odds are what? I mean,
Would you be a
even, like,
prostitute? It is technically wrong, according to law, but would you do it? It's a lot of money.
for $1 million,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be a prostitute. How long? Am I self-employed?
Yeah, well, I mean, you get $1 million eventually.
Yeah.
Until you just have to
Would you be a prostitute if you knew after X amount of time you would be a millionaire?
Yeah,
That's what you're asking.
yeah. Some people go their whole lives without being millionaires, Brent.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe
I might.
be a prostitute.
But I mean, I feel like you'd have to give me a time frame. Like
Okay.
10 years? No.
Really, for $1 million that you get over an
It's
extended amount?
$100,000 a year.
That's a lot of
How
money.
often do you have to work?
I don't know,
7
Brent.
nights a week? Like
It
that's...
depends on how high class of a prostitute you are, Brent. That's on
Maybe
you.
that's it.
That's on you. Don't you put this on anybody else.
But you have to find the balance.
You're in charge of your own
No,
destiny,
you
man.
have to find the balance because I feel like you can get so high class that you have to do weird shit.
You're gonna have to do weird shit anyway. Okay,
Well, maybe.
explain weird shit to me, Brent. What's the not weird? What is the low
I mean, I'm
class
just saying-
prostitute sucking dick behind a dumpster?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Is-
like the. That's like.
And that's not weird?
Well, I mean, it's less
You get
weird.
some weirder people on the low class scale.
But I mean, it's like less
lot.
weird than. I don't know, like
Do you know?
animal blood or something. I
Do
don't.
you
I
know
don't
how much money dominatrixes make?
I do not.
A lot, and they don't even have to have sex with their clients.
All right. What can I do that instead?
You want to be a dom?
Oh yeah, sure.
You got to do some weird shit though. This is like people dressed up like babies. You know that, right?
Yeah.
This is like riding people like horses and like
That sounds-
latex.
That sounds kind of fun. The right people like
You're weird.
horses?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Or like doing that sense deprivation thing.
Yeah.
Where they're all covered in like spandex and they can possibly die if you hold the straws too long. I know a lot about dominatrixes. My sister was a dominatrix.
Oh, we can cut that out.
This is fun. But it's true. Like there's like a lot of stuff. People have a lot of fetishes, and you have to do way weird. Like there's like furries and stuff.
$1 million, but for 1 year, every other day, a Jehovah's Witness knocks on your door and you can't get rid of them. $1 million.
Oh my god.
And you have to
I have to listen to it every day.
every other day.
Every other day.
So 100 and
I don't have a house. How are they gonna find me, Brent? I'm in a car.
yeah,
They
exactly.
just come up to
they're
my
gonna sit,
car.
they're gonna get and they have to sit in your passenger seat and you have to listen
with
to
all my
their whole
they're gonna
spiel.
sit on all my shit.
You have to listen to their whole spiel.
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. Do you know how much I would learn about the Mormon culture?
A lot.
Or Jehovah's Witness, not Mormon.
Yeah.
I would probably do it, but I would start like fucking with them hardcore. Like every time they came over, I would have like cookies and shit ready for them. Like they would be so thrown back by how like overly nice I was to them.
But then also like by like the second month,
How long does it have to do for?
a year.
Oh, that's fine. I
Yeah.
do here. I would, oh my god, I would have so much fun with that. I would start like asking them to stay and like then like invite all of their friends over and they can all talk to each other about it.
Yeah, and you're just like a nice host.
Oh my god,
It
that'd
kind of just turns into a Jehovah's Witness meetup.
be hilarious.
They're like, hey, you guys going over to Brett's this weekend? She's having cookies. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then I would start like doing weird stuff and then see if they like went along with it because like, I'm like the first person that ever listened to them or whatever, and I would try to start like forming a cult of them that's like separate, and I don't know. I would start messing with them so hard. I think it'd be hilarious. I would do it. I would do that for $1 million. Hells yeah.
All right. We learned that Brett is silly. I'm a monster.
Yeah. I just want them to feel loved, Brent. They don't get enough love, really.
They don't.
They just get doors slammed in their faces.
Okay. Well, what's next week gonna be on? I'm gonna decide in the moment. It's kind of fun.
I don't like deciding in the moment.
All right. We'll figure it out.
I'm just gonna continue playing this game,
Okay.
which I'm okay with.
Yeah, we could just do a fun episode.
Yeah. All the other ones have not been fun.
Well, they're like, I mean,
Thanks a lot, Brent.
less serious.
We can do stuff. We still have to do What Makes a Human.
We do.
That one I'm really excited about. We'll have to do one on Paranormal Activity.
Oh, that could be fun.
I love
We
the
could do.
idea
Let's
of, like,
wait.
ghosts.
Let's wait, and we'll do that one like close to Halloween. That'd be fun.
Ooh, Halloween episode is gonna be Paranormal Activity, you
Yeah.
guys. Oh, that's crazy. That's awesome. I love it. We have to do Love.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't done Love yet.
I haven't actually looked at the list in a while.
It's pretty long.
Yeah.
I know my friend Danielle sent me a bunch of things that we could do that I thought were interesting. So
We will decide on
we
that.
will decide later what it's going to be. We'll see if we can find some fun guests to
Yeah, I guess we gotta
come
have
on
a guest.
and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
All right. Well, thank you so much for turning into episode 10, milestone
Thank you.
episode,
10
and we will see you
episodes.
next week for episode 11.
Woo.